people telling me, but you, for example, you went to live in London because you wanted to live in London, and now you live in whatever, small town at the seaside. And is that bad that I've changed? Is that bad that I've reflected on choices that I made a few years ago? People change. and the grey is beautiful. The what's in between, the trying things that are not either this or that, is what's beautiful about life, and it's what makes it actually, ironically, colourful. So that's one of those things that I wanted to share. And another thing, which is very much connected, is this thought of being consistent. Okay, so I've mentioned a lot life choices. Okay, and it feels to me that when you've made a decision about something, or if you are a certain type of person, so let's say somebody's labeled you as an extrovert, okay, then you are not allowed to show a different face, because then people would say, oh, but that's not consistent with who she is. That's not. Oh, okay. It feels weird. It feels strange. And again, so what? So I did have that sort of misconception about myself. So I never allowed myself to be, or to show to people, that I'm sometimes sad and actually very angry and very frustrated. I'm getting better at it. I usually come across as a person who is full of energy, full of, positive attitude. But that's not the truth, Nobody is like that 24/7, 365 or 4, whatever, days a year. And it's okay. It's okay to be someone else. It's okay. Because you're not someone else. You're yourself, but with different shades of it. Nobody is just one thing. Okay? And let's take the other extreme. People say that when you're depressed, for example, you should look like a depressed person, or you tell them you're depressed and they say, oh, you don't look depressed. I've actually heard that in my life. This is actually quite offensive, because what? Am I supposed to just sit and cry? Am I supposed to just give up completely because that's how depression looks? Sorry, but it doesn't take that much reflection to realize how stupid this is. So yeah, I'm trying to free myself of that sort of 0-1 thinking. I'm allowing myself to be who it feels right to be, as a parent, as a woman, as a human being as well. So, believe it or not, I do suffer from anxiety every now and again. I do doubt myself a lot. And the fact that I'm so open about certain things, I know it's inconsistent with the image of me as a person, but it's okay. I'm okay with that. I do want to cherish who I am with all the shades of grey. I know everybody's got the association with the book now. Doesn't really matter. It's okay. Whatever you think. It's fine. And it's fine. So, sorry, that was a very long digression, but an intro to me talking about consistency. So, when we think of consistency, obviously there are two ways, or maybe even more, of thinking about it. So one thing would be consistency as in there is an image of something, or what we think about something, and then there is a little variation from it that is inconsistent. And the other thing is about motivation and doing certain tasks, or starting a habit and being consistent in it. Okay, so I'm going to talk about the first thing rather than being consistent in your life, although it is quite connected. So in my personal opinion, being consistent isn't always good. Okay, I don't think that, even they say that, especially as a parent, you have to be consistent. So if once you said no TV on weekdays, okay, then you have to be consistent, because otherwise they'll see that they can break you. Oh my God. Like, again, it's like thinking, it's like lack of thinking, to be honest. It's like imagining that people only work in some sort of behavioral ways that they do not reflect, that they do not have this will of changing their mind according to circumstances and situations. And I'm like, obviously, we know from a point of view of, let's say habit, that's how I said it is connected, from habit formation, that it's probably better to be consistent in doing something, especially when it comes to kids, because you're showing them a certain pattern. But the fact that you do something that is not exactly consistent on 1, 2, 3, 5, 10 occasions doesn't mean you're ruining something, you know? You're just being human. And the same with any sort of things like training. Okay, they actually say the more sort of intelligent coaching, dieting, fitness programs, they actually say, if you feel like you need a break, take a break. So there were days in my current sort of way to learning how to run with the BBC app, Couch to 5K. There were days, or even a whole week, that I thought, okay, I don't really feel like it. And I think it was okay that I stopped, because I feel that consistency then would have done nothing good to me. And the same with kids. So sometimes I say to my son, okay, no more sugar after dinner, because then he will just associate dinner with desserts afterwards and like, you know, get addicted to sugar. I mean, yeah, in general, possibly, but doesn't mean that we can never ever have any sort of sweets after dinner. Obviously not, okay? So let's not feel guilty about it, because again, we are human. And I sometimes think of myself as this anti-perfectionist. There are certain areas of my life where I do have to have lots of control, okay, which can sort of seem like I am a perfectionist. But I really, really, really then like to think of myself as someone who allows myself to make mistakes, because they are not mistakes. They are just signs of being a human being. So I feel like we sometimes fall into that trap of, okay, I'm a gentle mom, so I will never say no to my child, okay? But we all know that's not good, okay? Or I'm a fitness guru now, so it's either all or nothing. I'm gonna run and exercise and diet every day. No, it's not, okay? I run 3 times a week, and the other 4 days I eat chocolate. And that's fine. That's the style that fits me at the moment. I might change it at some point, we'll see. For now, it's okay. Or whatever else. You can translate it to any other situation in your life. So think about it for a second. The fact that you've chosen something doesn't mean that you can't reflect on it. And actually, again, as I said, depriving yourself of a chance to reflect on your choices, I don't think that's a good thing. So, life is not either black or white. Life is all shades of grey, and the shades of grey make it as colourful as a rainbow. That was very deep, wasn't it? Hope you liked it. All right. Thank you so much, guys, for listening. I do really hope that you can relate to at least some of it. Stay tuned. Next week, I'm going to have a lovely interview with a fantastic lady, full of energy, full of beans. So, yeah. Please keep supporting the podcast. I feel like I've developed quite a lot, so there might be some changes. Season 2 is coming, so after the 12 episodes, there will be season 2 coming. So it might, so it will come out in a refreshed form, and I hope that you'll still be here with me. And thank you so much for all the support you've shown me so far. Please keep supporting me by rating me on Apple Podcasts, commenting, coming and messaging me on Instagram at unpolished_mum, or on Facebook at theunpolishedmum, or my email address, theunpolishedmum@gmail.com. And thank you so much again. I'll see you or hear you next week.